Hi, I'm Kathy Ageron. I'm with Brevard Cultural Alliance and want to welcome you to True Colors. Brevard Cultural Alliance is a designated local arts agency for all of Brevard County. We serve cultural organizations, artists, and present arts education in Brevard Public Schools for students, among many other things. We serve groups of all sizes and disciplines throughout the county. With True Colors, Brevard Cultural Alliance seeks to highlight diversity and inclusiveness for Brevard's cultural community by providing a platform for underrepresented voices. With this episode, we are highlighting the upcoming Juneteenth and Caribbean American celebrations. Thank you so much for joining us today. And just a quick reminder that all episodes of True Colors are available on both our Facebook and YouTube channels. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the host of True Colors, CEO of Diversity of Thought, David Jones.
Hey, how you doing, Kathy?
I'm great, thank you.
As always, I appreciate the opportunity to do this, and I cannot thank you and the organization enough for continuing to highlight the amazing talent, events, and organizations that we have here across Brevard County. So thank you so much, Kathy. We appreciate you.
Most welcome.
All right. Well, we're going to get this ball rolling because we have two absolutely amazing organizations. My name is David Jones, as she said. I am the CEO of Diversity of Thought, Inc. We are a learning and development organization here in Brevard County, and I can't wait to introduce you to two absolutely brilliant human beings here in Brevard County. Well, one of them is not here today, but she's coming to us live via satellite all the way from Orlando, Florida. But first, let's talk about this amazing person I met a couple years ago named Kay Maroc. I absolutely love this person. She's down here in the south part of the county with me. She's representing BCASCA, which is the Brevard Caribbean Association of Sports and Brevard Caribbean American Association. All right, go ahead. You do it.
You almost got it. It's the Brevard Caribbean American Sports and Cultural Association.
There it is. And every time, I think it's because I'm trying to do it too fast. I'm like, it's the Brevard, or we just say
BCASCA.
There we Kay, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
Man, I can't complain. Not yet. Having a good time. And also, I want to bring into the screen now. This is another amazing individual I met a few years ago. I believe it's the first Juneteenth event that I went to here, and I was so blown away by it. So let's give it up for Mika L. Brown. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Man, you know, if I'm doing great. There's a real smart person that lives here. I'm gonna use his line. If I was any better, I'd be you. And so I want to make this statement up front. There's two things. Number one, if you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you go ahead and say what's up to us in the chat. This is an interactive show. So if you have questions for either one of these two brilliant human beings, please go ahead and put it in the chat and we will bring it in just like this, where I said hello to Kathy as she was talking. And then also, if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. There may be a slight delay because from here to Orlando, sometimes we're getting a little bit of a delay with Mika. So just to put that out up front. But right now, we're looking pretty good. So let's keep this ball rolling. First, Mika, I want to talk to you if that's okay. I want to learn more about the Juneteenth events that we have happening. So how long have you all been doing this here in Brevard County?
We have been doing Juneteenth since 2020, and it started with a Facebook post, actually.
Wait, what? All right, so give me more about that. So it started with a Facebook post?
Yes. So at the time, I was a foster mom of like 4 children, and there was a lot going on between COVID and a lot of the police brutality, and it was just a lot of negative energy that was happening. And I felt that my kids at the time needed something positive that showcased African-American culture in more than just the light that was being painted during that time frame. So I literally went on Facebook and said, I want to have a gigantic Juneteenth celebration, barbecue, cards, old stories with the old folks, and laughter and music, and just showcase that at that time, we were more than what was being shown on TV.
Mm. So I love it. You're sitting back and COVID was a absolute horrible thing, but what has certain things that's come out of COVID have been absolutely fantastic because
Mhm.
we didn't just sit back and allow it to, especially in your case, just kind of ruin things. Like, all right, well, fine. I guess there's nothing we can do. You were like, no, we are going to get together. We are going to have this amazing celebration. And I have to tell you, I didn't get a chance to go to the first one because I didn't know about it. And then I heard about it. I was like, what? And then I remember we were like, we need to do a Juneteenth event. They were like, well, these folks did it. And I heard, and people were like, yeah, there was like 200 or something people. I was like, when? And I
I
went.
went to the first one, David. It was absolutely fantastic. I was blown away. So kudos to Mika and the team because it was good.
Yeah, from a Facebook post. It's like,
Thank
how in
you.
the world? And then I got to go to
Literally,
last
literally.
year's.
Yeah.
Say that again. Yeah. Wait, hold on, really quick. Hey, Leangela, thank you for
Hey,
showing up and
Angela.
representing. How you doing? So yeah, all right. So what I want to do is I want to show a video. You sent the video from last year's, and so I want to bring the video in. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from last year's Juneteenth event.
TRMG track raid.
Now, the cool part is I could turn the volume down a little bit. We can still talk about it. So, about how many vendors did we have last year?
Last year there were approximately 48
no idea,
vendors.
but you might. But if you haven't heard them yet,
Oh,
get
who is
ready.
that guy?
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up.
That was a lot less hair ago.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Ooh,
We still have a ways to go, but we're gonna get there together.
I like it. All right, so I'm seeing now we have politicians that were out there. We had entertainment that was out there. And give me the number again on.
Yes. Lee
give me
Brevard
the number.
always sponsored our.
And a lot of people in the mill quarters came from over the Holy Paul in Kissimmee. That's where they came.
I'm going to bring this down so I can hear you. Okay, so Lee Brevard, they sponsored the entertainment last year. And what's fascinating about that is that this program actually started as a Lee
Yes,
Brevard.
they did, and
See, there was that delay.
they also sponsored the year before.
Very, very amazing. I know that this program started off as a community acceleration project with Lee Brevard, so it's kind of cool to see their influence and what they continue to work on and do. So I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. So now I'm going to tell you some of my favorite things from Juneteenth last year. Number one, as you saw on that video and that dad bod, I like to eat. And oh my goodness, the food that was out there was fantastic. So we had amazing food and drink vendors that were out there. And I loved the music and the entertainment. It was fantastic. Speaking of which, if you could do me a favor, and remember everybody that is watching, please make sure if you're tuning in and you're watching, you can add to the comments. If you were there, make sure you let us know. If you plan on coming, make sure you let us know. If you could talk to us, who are some of the musical acts or performances that we're going to have taking place this year?
This year we'll have Savage Joy, who'll be doing 2 songs for us, and we have Bayside Step Team that's coming out to do a step. We have some gospel artists. We've added a couple of twists and turns to Juneteenth this year. We have a big surprise that we're going to reveal on the day of the event. I think everyone's going to enjoy it. The Kids Zone this year is going to be times 10 in comparison to the past years. So we have a bounce house, we have ices, we have like a foam vendor, we have coloring pages for the kids, we have gift bags for the kids, we're doing a raffle, we have several like community organizations that will be coming out to try to spread awareness to some of the things that's happening in Melbourne, Florida, just to get everyone on the same page. We have Miss Leangela who'll be there with the wall for suggestions on history. Is going to be absolutely phenomenal in my biased opinion.
I accept your biased opinion. So far, it hasn't been wrong yet. I'm glad any chance we get to sponsor, we're going to sponsor every year. It's always an amazing event. I can't wait to be out there. We're going to bring Black History Facts out again, and with the giant poster boards. We're going to be out there at our table. We're going to partner with the Inland River Lagoon National Estuary Program. They have some fun things that they're going to bring out for people to be able to do. And then we'll also have Lee Brevard is going to come out and hang out with us again this year, which is going to also be awesome. So like I'm really excited. And then Riverview Park. So that's where this is going to take place. Now that's in South Melbourne, correct?
Yes, 2301 Irwin Street, Melbourne, Florida, 32901. We are directly across from the Legion.
Okay, that is perfect. So if you could do me a favor, over in the private chat, if you could put the address in, and then we're going to bring it up before the end of the show. I'll just go ahead and copy it and bring it into the program itself. And that way, before the end of the show, we make sure everybody knows exactly where it is. Mika, I cannot thank you enough for having this vision during COVID and bringing this, coming out of there and bringing such an amazing event to our community and our county. It's for everyone. So it'll be a really, really good time. Thank you so much. All right. Well, and let's see here.
Thank you.
And ooh, she did that quickly too. And so just as a heads up, remember everybody, if you want to know where it is, it's at Riverview Park. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you. Bam, there's the address right there, because that's how quick we could do things here at True Colors. 2301 Irwin Street, Melbourne, Florida, 32901 at Riverview Park. We'll see you starting at 10 a.m. It's going to run to 4 p.m. There's live music. There's the food. You heard it. The kids section is going to be crazy. The food is going to be amazing. The performances are going to be off the chain. The vendors are going to be out there with amazing products. So please come out, support your local businesses, support your local artists, and be ready, because there's going to be a huge surprise. She's not going to tell us what it is. I thought maybe True Colors listeners can get like a sneak peek. No? Nope, that's a no. Fine. Okay. Well, again.
You gotta come out and see. You gotta come see.
Okay. Well, all right. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pivot. We're going to talk about another organization that's bringing some amazing things here coming up here for the end of June. And for here, we're going to talk to Kay High with BCASCA. And if you can give us that again, BCASCA is the
Brevard Caribbean American Sports and Cultural Association.
Bam, look at there. That's what I'm talking about. And you all are helping us learn about and celebrate Caribbean American Heritage Month. Correct, right?
Correct. But before I say that, I'm still trying to figure out what that surprise is going to be at Juneteenth.
So like that's all fine and dandy, but what's the surprise? Like, you know,
yeah, right. Let me hear. But yes, BCASCA, being the largest Caribbean organization here in Brevard County, is of course, celebrating Caribbean American Heritage Month. Now, of course, most people don't know that June is celebrated as Caribbean American Heritage Month, and this has been happening since 2006. And so, but this is really in the last 3 years that BCASCA has actually taken that on and start doing several events during the month of June. So 3 years ago, spearheaded by Tony, who's a board member, Anthony, and Harris, who's a member of BCASCA, says, we need to do something special. So 3 years ago, we started doing it, and it has been phenomenal since. And I think you have been to a couple of them, so you can be the testimony today.
It's so bad too, because I'm like, oh man, yes, and the food, and I keep feeling like every time I go to something, I start talking about food. Like I'm a skinny fat dude, so like that's just how this works. But no, I went to the last 2 years, and because I remember it's because and so you've been doing this is the third year.
This is our third year, and
so I've been all of them. All right.
Well, you have to come to this one to make it, 3 for 3.
I'm coming. I'm coming. So I remember the first year I came, and I brought my daughter Winter with us, and it was so much fun because she just started dancing. Oh my God, I forget what the instrument is called, but they were playing.
Yeah, she was playing on the instruments from Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. And I was just like, oh my God. And she was having such an amazing time. And I was like, this is so cool to be able to watch her experience other cultures right here in Brevard County. And then just really to see the magic of what other cultures bring. When you go to other countries, you're wanting to see the uniqueness of that country compared to where you are. That's part of what makes it special. And what's nice is you don't have to leave. You see the culture and the heritage comes through in the music and the food and the attire. And like the whole vibe was just amazing. And she had such a good time. And then I come back the next year. This is how I remember it. I come back the next year and everybody's like, where's your daughter? Because it's like, okay, It's cool that you're here, but there's the pretty little girl that you brought that was jamming last time. Where is she, Dave? I'm like, oh, sorry, she's with her mom. So no, I think I'm gonna have to try to make it a point so that I don't get yelled at again, because nobody wants to see me. It's like,
correct. Now, one of the things too is that we do it for the children, really, because this is how we make sure that the culture is preserved, and that, sometimes parents, we live through the children, right? And so when our children is having a good time, we're having a good time, and we want them to understand that there are different cultures around, and those cultures are to be celebrated. And the event that you went to just was one of the events that we do each year. So we have done several events even so far this month, and over the first time we did it, we had 16 events for the month of June. It was crazy.
Wait. And as you're telling us about them, hold on, I'm going to bring something in to be showing why we're talking about it. Let's see here. But I'm going to take that down because I want to talk about it, but I want this to be in the background. So please continue. Talk to me about the events, but I want people to be able to see what I was just talking about. When I'm talking about, man, you get the music, you get the food, you get the attire, you get the culture, you get everything. So talk to me. Absolutely. What are some of the events that you're doing now?
Yeah, so past in the just this month, last week actually, we actually had Caribbean Arts on the river, and this was at the Lagoon House. And so this was an opportunity to bring film, right? Caribbean film, poetry, dance, art. So actual local artists of Caribbean descent were on display from all, and we try to celebrate all facets of the Caribbean. A lot of people are not necessarily aware that we have the Spanish-speaking Caribbean, the Creole-speaking Caribbean, the French-speaking Caribbean, of course, and the English-speaking Caribbean. And as you see there, we're bringing everybody together. Even just people from all islands just coming out to celebrate all things Caribbean. And we invite the entire Palm Bay, the entire county, actually the entire Central Florida, truth be told, to come out and celebrate with us. The event coming up, and this is what you're seeing the video of, this one is for our last year, we actually called the Caribbean Festival. This year we said, you know what, we want to change it up a little bit. So this one is going to be the Caribbean style block party. Ooh. If you're from up north, you know what a block party is. It's music, it's fun for the children. And so you having all genres of music. Tell me what kind of music you love.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, so I mean, I like every bit of music as long as it's good. There's usually there's like 3 country songs I like, but other than that, I don't think that there's a genre of music to where it's just limited. But last time I went, what really got me was the live music from the band from Trinidad.
The Steel Pan.
The Steel Pan. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, I was like, okay, this is amazing. This is great. As a matter of fact, so we have one more episode. I do want to mention this. We have one more episode this year of True Colors for our season 3. Season 3. We've been doing this for 3 years. And we're actually going to interview Savage Joy, which is so funny because Mika was like, hey, we got Savage Joy performing. I'm like, they're going to be our final episode. And I'm going to say it here and I'm going to repeat it again. They met because of this show. So that's so cool for us. Like, wonderful. The show actually is what brought them together. But next year, I want the Steel Pan band to be on the show because Holy cow. But we need to record that live out somewhere with them performing.
Yes.
It was so amazing, man. It really was. I was like, I didn't feel like I was in Brevard County anymore.
Absolutely. The energy that we try to bring, it transports you to the Caribbean. So at the end of the day, you are going to feel like you're actually there. We also going to have a kids zone as well. Again, this kids zone is to share some of the instruments. We're going to have, again, a block
you're not going to allow
party.
all the kids to chop stuff like that, because that kid was using that like machete looking thing. And you're like, we're going to have a kids zone. I was thinking, we're going to have a kids zone.
Mika looked like, okay, I don't think that's going to be at our kids zone, but we are, that was somebody with their small business. So that was a small business vendor there. So again, we give opportunities. It's going to be something fun. Again, opportunities for the kids to have a good time, right? Caribbean games. We also bring in the hopscotch. We're bringing double Dutch. So if you know how to do double Dutch, come out. Again, no. If you know how to do double Dutch, you need to tell us in the comments, because we need to see you there, because we're going to have a competition for double Dutch. We're going to do our hopscotch. We're going to bring a fusion, right? This year, we're going to bring that Afrobeat, R&B. We're going to bring some 90s, music. Again, a good vibe. Of course, salsa, merengue, soca music, calypso, reggae, R&B, the whole works. This year is that you're going to expect that at our Caribbean style block party. We're going to get John Canoe. I'm not sure if you're familiar with John Canoe, but we're going to. So that's our surprise. If you want to learn what John Canoe is, you saw the Muffa Jumbies, right? The people on the stilts. There is a whole different type of celebration. And that is the African infusion in the Caribbean. So again, that's what we're bringing Afrobeats as well, because it's all a part. And so again, if you love salsa, merengue, if you love soca, if you love reggae, whatever music you love, bring that, because it's going to be for music. And of course, the cultural aspect is there, where we share information about the Caribbean. You get to see the flags, and that flag that you were showing there, you're going to see that on display. So come, wear the colors, ready to wave the flags, ready to dance.
Hey,
bring your dancing shoes. It's gonna be fun.
I'm showing up like I showed up when I went to I went to Carnival. I used to go to Carnival in Miami all the time. I'm a Yankee, and so it used to be fun too.
Vibe.
It really is. And so my Yankee behind, I'm like, yo, let's go. And I had my American flag. I'm like the one person. I was like, hey, listen,
bring it.
This is all I got, so let's go. They were looking,
no,
and the love was there. They were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, look at that.
Exactly. So we are Brevard Caribbean American. So we definitely have that inclusiveness in. So yes, bring that Americanness. Again, we're celebrating all the influences, and this is going to be on, I was going to say that, Sunday, June 25th. It's going to be from noon to 9 p.m. We have different DJs. We have so many different, again, vendors. You love food, you're going to need to come to this one, because it's an explosion of flavors and smells from different local food vendors, from vendors coming from all parts of Florida to be at our event. And this is going to be at Fred Poppy Regional Park. And again, it's going to be on Sunday, June 25th, starting from noon to 9 p.m.
All right. And Fred Poppy Park is 1951 Malabar Road, Palm Bay, Florida, 32907. Over here in the Northwest, that's where your boy is. So, yeah, and that's Fred, we got to represent Palm Bay. Fred Poppy Park, 1951 Malabar Road, Palm Bay, Florida, 32907. I just want to absolutely thank
David, can I say one thing before you go?
Yes, you can.
It's free.
Oh, yeah. And as a matter of fact, here's what's great. Guess what the Juneteenth event is?
Free.
Free to the public.
Absolutely.
Guess what? again, guess what the block party is? Free to the public. So this is amazing. We're bringing out all the talent, all the music, all the food. Come out now. That don't mean don't bring your money. Come out and support the vendors that are going to be there, because the party's free, but the food ain't. So come out, support your vendors, enjoy the music, enjoy everything that's going to be there. And again, thank you both for joining us on this episode of True Colors. Kay, Mika, I cannot, what you do means so much to us citizens here in Brevard County. We need to continue to highlight and showcase the brilliance that we have here, the uniqueness that we bring to this place, the diverse everything, whether you're talking about the people, the food, the music, the cultures. It's all just spread throughout the entire county. And when we bring these festivals to the table, it allows everybody to come and experience it and understand why we are stronger together, and we have way more fun together than we do apart. So thank you so much. You guys have been absolutely brilliant. This has been our 7th and second to last episode of season 3 of True Colors. We only have one more left. And the next episode of True Colors, and I'm going to look at my calendar because I don't want to lie to nobody. This is going to be, on the internet. If you say it on the internet, that makes it true. It's going to be on June 27th of 2023, where we will be interviewing the absolute amazing Savage Joy, 2 individuals whose talent is phenomenal, but would not have met had it not been for this program right here. So we got a really cool story we're going to tell you. And we're going to have some other surprises as well for the last episode. But if you want to know, I want surprises too. Everybody else is getting surprises. So if you want surprises, Juneteenth tomorrow, show up, Riverview Park. We gave you the address. We'll give it to you again, which is 2301 Irwin Street, Melbourne, Florida, 32901. Come out tomorrow and you'll see what that surprise is. You come out the following weekend on the 24th to the
25th.
So, see, and right there, that is why you're there for me, to keep me honest. I appreciate it. Bam, we're going to put it over our face. You come out to the Caribbean style block party on Sunday the 25th. It starts from noon to 9 p.m. at 1951 Malabar Road, Palm Bay, Florida. There's also going to be a surprise for you, and you tune in to Tuesday the 27th to our final episode of this season of True Colors to see a couple of pretty amazing surprises and the talented Savage Joy. I've been your host. My name is David Jones. Thank you very much. Please like, share, and comment. Watch the replays. Tell everybody. Tell your mama, your cousin, your friends, and everybody. We'll see you next time. Good day, everybody. I want to say good night. Good day, everybody.